welcome unwanted guest. We're not talking about family either. We're talking about stress and depression. So here to talk more about ways we can cope is Dr. Rachel Needle, a licensed psychologist and executive director of Whole Health Psychological Center. Thank you for coming in. So let's start at the very beginning. Why do the holidays stress us out so much?
Yeah, so for a lot of people, it's the happiest time of year, and for a lot of people, it can be very stressful and challenging for a number of reasons. I mean, we have, real life situations that we deal with every day, working, children, maybe caring for family, etc. And then the added stress of decorating and having, the pressure of buying gifts, and, so that what comes with that is spending more money and dealing with house guests and as well, and family, etc. So it can be very stressful, and there's a lot of studies actually that show an increase in also anxiety and depression during the holidays.
So what are the best ways to cope with this? Because it's a lot. The lists get longer and things start to pile up, and we don't want anyone to have a breakdown. So what's the best way to handle the stress?
Absolutely. First, I think it's important to create a budget. So focus on how, set a limit on how much you want to spend on people and stick to it. Remember that you can be very thoughtful and creative in your gift giving. It doesn't have to be about how much money you spend. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. So prioritize yourself. Spend time, doing self-care activities, whether it's taking a bath, getting a massage, take yourself away from the situation.
That's important. A lot of people forget that.
Yes, they're taking care of everybody else. I think it's important also to have realistic expectations and know that you're not going to change anybody. So, accept your family and friends for who they are. Know that you're likely not going to change them. Focus on the positive as opposed to, everything you don't have. Be thankful for what you do have. That's very important.
That's great advice.
Yeah, and I think it's important also to make a conscious effort to be joyful during the season. It's important that we know we can take responsibility for our own emotions and make a conscious choice to be joyful during this time.
I think, too, we have to take a step back and not necessarily compare what we have to what others have. Like, for example, we don't have to keep up with the Joneses when it comes to the Christmas decorations and the lights on the house or who got the biggest gift and that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Focus on what you do have, and that'll help you. It's a good New Year's resolution, too, to start to focus on the positive things in life as opposed to everything you don't have.
And does it help to make lists, or do seeing lists that are longer than they should be, does that add to the stress? What's the best way? Make a list or not make a list?
I think it can go either way. I think it's great to make a list because then you have that realistic expectation. Here's what I need to get done. And it's not just all coming in your brain at different times, like at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But then, be realistic also about your list, and that it's okay if you're checking off 1 or 2 things each day. You don't have to take care of the whole list at once.
Exactly. If you don't get around to making that extra batch of cookies, I don't think anyone's going to starve.
Good point.
I think we're good. Anything else that we missed? Anything that you would like to add?
I think, again, just, focus on the way that you're thinking about things, and do for yourself, take care of the people in your life, but put yourself as a priority as well, and make a conscious choice to be happy and thankful and grateful for what you do have. Making a gratitude list is actually a really great way to focus on the positive things as well every day.
That's a good list to hang on the fridge.
Absolutely.
Dr. Needle, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate the advice and the help.
Happy holidays.
Absolutely. We'll send it back to you. Well.